Hello, Nick Cleary is my name, and I'm from Consolidated Land and Rail Australia, or what we like to be called is CLARA. I'm going to talk to you today in regards to smart cities and sustainable construction. I'll just share my screen. So I was asked today to talk to you with the view of helping to inspire the future of sustainable construction. And I don't know if you'll be inspired, but I would like to share with you some of what our company is doing in this space. Clara's vision is to build the world's most livable, sustainable, and connected cities. Our vision states sustainability is at the heart of our company's work. The future is dependent on sustainability, and on companies and governments around the world are embracing this objective. Governments, industry, and communities must unite to find solutions and ways that minimize our environmental impact on the world as our population grows. Currently, approximately 55% of the world's population lives in urban environments. This is set to go up by 60 to 68%, or approximately 2.5 billion people moving into cities by 2050. CLARA is planning to build new greenfield cities between Sydney and Melbourne and connect these cities with world-class high-speed rail. CLARA cities will be home to over 400,000 people, built out over 30 years. CLARA will build our cities using a closed loop core principle. This will be a closed loop for all core elements to ensure the lowest possible carbon footprint whilst enhancing lifestyle. Building a city from scratch means a sustainable construction methodology must be applied to the project in a holistic way. CLARA realised that to build a city at scale, you have to overcome challenges in 6 core elements. The core elements include water, waste, energy, mobility, constructability, and big data or technology. Getting these core elements right will enable the kind of sustainable, livable, and connected cities to be built that will not only provide a place for people to live, but just as importantly, will do so in a way that enhances and not detracts from their dreams of what life can be. Water is life. Without it, we perish. Australia is the driest continent on Earth, and yet we recycle only 4% of our water. This contrasts with countries including Kuwait at 39%, Singapore 41%, and Israel at 44%. CLARA cities will be built on a platform that enables and encourages the recycling of water. In stage 1, water will be recycled at 20%, lifting to 40% by year 17. All water required for the city will be captured and stored from the land parcel the city site sits upon. Stored in large-scale reservoirs or in underground aquifer regeneration, minimisation of evaporation and leaching will be a high priority. And double piping and treatment of grey water will be a requirement and established as a first principle in the first stages of construction. By acting early and by regulating this purpose, CLARA can also ensure a cost reduction of installing these systems. Costs that can be extreme or entirely unachievable when you try and retrofit into an existing urban environment. The use of surface storage can also be put to great use as a host for a floating solar or a recreation for purposes for the community. But none of our infrastructure should have but one use. Waste is a massive problem around the world right now. We see it also as a huge opportunity, an opportunity to use that waste to create energy through energy from waste projects. Also an opportunity that, if planned for from the beginning of construction, can host an at-scale vacuum waste system citywide. Vacuum waste can minimise traditional garbage truck movements, can encourage resident recycling, can measure and accurately and appropriately charge for or provide an incentive on the total volume of waste per home. A vacuum waste system and energy from waste facility will remove the need for landfill sites, creating dangerous and extreme methane problems for existing communities right around the world right now. Renewable energy will be at the heart of our sustainability plan. Using large-scale solar farms, including the potential for floating solar on our water storage facility, will form the predominant electricity supply generation capability of a new CLARA city. The use of green hydrogen using solar to power electrolyzers to supply household gas, district-wide heating and energy storage will work hand in hand with the large-scale battery energy storage system, such as lithium-ion batteries. Therefore, connection to the traditional grid will not be necessary within a CLARA city. This will have the impact of not only being good for the environment, but will also reduce the cost of supplying baseload power to each residential home and commercial or industrial facility. Being good for the planet and customers' hip pocket is good for livable communities. Energy from waste will also play an active and vital role in our energy supply options and will combine to deliver a baseload energy system that delivers green energy at the lowest possible cost, much lower than fossil fuels with aging infrastructure could ever hope to deliver. Mobility is crucial if we are to create a sustainable and a connected community. This policy will be a catalyst for people to live within 30 minutes of a capital city, but in an area where homes are affordable, energy is renewable, and people can live within moments from all they need. Mobility within a CLARA city will be planned with optimizing mass transit and minimizing the need for private vehicle ownership. Walkability will be core to the layout and planned mixed-use design of the neighborhoods and the city centre. Mass transit like trackless trams will be designed and implemented from day one. The lower capital cost of using trackless trams provides flexibility on rollout and on routes. Mobility as a Service, or MaaS, will be implemented as a CLARA city standard. MaaS has the potential to provide households with a private vehicle with only minutes of requesting. Similar to Uber mixed with Netflix, MaaS can be provided at a fraction of household expense that a private vehicle would cost. MaaS will change the way city centres look, with far fewer actual cars existing within city limits. In Australia, the average household has 1.5 cars. So for a city of 180,000 dwellings, a CLARA city, this equates to approximately 270,000 cars. These cars spend an average of 96% of their time parked in a garage or on the street. Under a MaaS model, the total number of vehicles required to service a community of 400,000 people could be as low as 30,000, a substantial difference to the on-site presence of motor vehicles. Reducing the average household expense by up to $25,000 per annum, $25,000 per annum, is an added advantage. Cycleways being constructed from day one, use of electric bikes and scooters, and promoting safe systems to encourage people to use active transport will have a very real and significant impact within a CLARA city. In a connected city, mobility plays a monumental role. Getting this right will help to achieve our vision of building livable, sustainable, and connected cities in a CLARA city. Having systems like MaaS changes how we design, plan, and build dwellings in a CLARA city. Constructability is core to the sustainable aspirations we have in building new CLARA cities. The use of renewable energy, district-wide heating, vacuum waste, and mobility as a service all enhance our ability to rethink the way we build homes in a CLARA city. No longer requiring garage space with access to street fronts changes the design and the layout of most dwellings. Centralised heating and cooling infrastructure will change the on-site requirements of a house, reducing the impacts these things often have, including increased cost, reduced amenity, spoiling aesthetics, diminishing livability, and inhibiting the creation of livable and connected communities. Sustainable construction products, including timber, green steel, and environmentally friendly plastics, can change the way we see the construction of dwellings. Prefabrication may enable faster construction timeframes, higher quality control, lower maintenance costs, and sustainability at scale. Using timber products, for example, may limit the use of steel and other heavy fossil fuel consumption products. Better by design principles will ensure that whilst achieving better sustainability and better connectedness, we also achieve better livability, both inside and outside the home. Changing what needs to be included will ensure the thought going into the interaction between the interior of a home and with open space, public open space, will ensure the livability, sustainability, and efficiency of homes built in a CLARA city are second to none. Homes that are cheaper to build, cheaper to maintain, and cheaper to run, whilst being better for the environment, will ensure consumers' appetite is maintained and increased with the build out of any CLARA city. Building with growth in mind and a plan for the future will ensure homes within a CLARA city are not left with inadequate or redundant facilities, as seen in many smart city projects around the world. CLARA cities are built around people, ensuring that when decisions are made, they are made using a driving mentality of how does this help people live in a CLARA city. Data and technology is so essential to enable CLARA cities to be all they can be. It's an essential underlying philosophy. Big data or technology must be in place to enhance people's lives. This technology must never invade a person's privacy, but it should rather enhance their life. In a CLARA city, technology and artificial intelligence will be used to enable a mobility as a service transit system. It will provide smart meters for community members' power and water use, reducing those uses. Technology will be used to create innovative service corridors to improve efficiency and convenience and reduce surface congestion. It will provide accurate waste disposal data to provide an incentive scheme based on the household's ability to reduce waste. Technology will encourage the use of active transport by making it safer, more convenient mapping, identification of shared vehicles, and real-time savings and health benefits. Technology within a CLARA city will enable advanced medical diagnosis, both on-site and remote. Data will enable new healthcare recovery options, reducing cost and reducing recovery timeframes. Education will be open to all. Technology and data will enable community members to live, work, learn, and play from a CLARA city. The ability to sit in very real time at universities around the world will be available to all wanting students in a CLARA city. Technology will link people in a technological and a physical way with each other, achieving a vision of a connected city. Data and technology will encourage businesses to locate within a CLARA city. Technology combined with transport options and access to education will ensure talent is found within a CLARA city. CLARA has a vision to build the world's most livable, sustainable, and connected cities. And as you've no doubt learned from this brief talk, we are well placed to achieve this in the coming decade. I was asked to talk to you today with a view to help inspire the future of sustainable construction. Well, I hope I've been able to highlight what we're doing to emphasize that in order to create a sustainable world, we must first learn to envision, design, plan, and construct sustainable places for people to live, work, learn, and play. Thank you so much for your time and have a great rest of the conference.